So today's video isn't exactly a tutorial. It's more of I want to talk about something. It's actually pretty common. I've been getting a lot of emails over the past couple of years maybe. People always asking me questions like, you know, how I got started off doing makeup, which schools did I go to, or which school in Singapore is good, which are the ones that are better, stuff like that. So I figured rather than just always replying emails, it would be easier if I do a video, because that way I can really explain everything I want to say. So yeah, this video is going to be basically about how I started off doing makeup and how I got to where I am, and just any other questions that I've been getting a lot of emails regarding becoming a makeup artist. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hi. Okay, so how I got started off doing it, I actually went to Cosmoprof, which is a beauty academy here in Singapore, and I went there in, I think it was 2005 or 2006. I think it was 2005. Yeah. So I went to Cosmoprof and I signed up for the professional makeup artistry, and that diploma basically covers everything from basic makeup, fashion makeup, different eras of makeup, like 1920s, 1960s kind of makeup, stage makeup where you do, like, you know, all the really detailed contouring and highlighting, ball cap effect, special effects, which I love today. What else? Basically it just covers everything, which is really important for anybody who wants to go into the line of makeup artistry. You learn the fundamentals of it. Super important. A lot of people just say, oh, you know, I'm self-taught, so I'm a makeup artist. That's fine. You know, a lot of the top makeup artists are also self-taught, which is fine. But you also have to understand that being a makeup artist, you don't just think that whatever works for your skin, you know, automatically it works for somebody else. It doesn't work that way. When you're a makeup artist, you have to be wary of certain things when doing somebody else's face. You have to understand their skin tone. Is it a yellow tone? Is it a pink undertone? What color suits them best? Their face shape, you know, how should you do your contouring and highlighting according to their face shape? You know, do they have a broad forehead? Do they have a narrow chin? You know, how can you bring out their features? You know, which features should you recede? Which features do you want to highlight? What about their eyes? Are their eyes big? Are their eyes small? Do you want to emphasize the eyes? Are the eyes hooded? You know, do you want to make the lips thicker, make the lips more fuller? There are really so many things to consider when doing person's makeup. It's not just about putting on the foundation and mixing around some eyeshadow colors. So it's a lot of work, and when you go to a beauty school, they teach you everything from the basics, so that's really good. You also get to do hands-on. Like when I was in Cosmoprof, we did hands-on. That means there was about maybe 15 of us in the class, so all of us had partners, and it was always switching around, so we got to work on somebody with a different skin tone. So rather than always doing makeup on myself, I got to do makeup on people of other skin tones and different eye shapes and, you know, stuff like that. So you really learn to do different people, which is really very important. Really important, because eventually when the day comes that you start doing makeup and you're a professional full-time makeup artist, you obviously are going to have clients of different races, different skin tones, different skin types and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said before, a lot of famous makeup artists like Kevin O'Coin they didn't go to school. They're all self-taught, and they're still fantastic. But if you want to go to a makeup school, yeah, of course it definitely still helps quite a bit. What else? Let me see. Okay, a lot of people ask me what schools there are. There are quite a number of schools in Singapore, not as many as what you will find overseas probably, but okay. So in Singapore we've got Cosmoprof Beauty Academy. That's the one that's located at Seligi. Okay, and then we've got Top to Toe, which is, I think, in Far East Plaza. I can't remember. Top to Toe Makeup Academy. And then there's the School of Makeup. That one I believe is along Orchard in I think it's in Delphi. Yeah. And then you've got Makeup Forever Academy. Those are the ones that I know that are very well known. And when I first started off, when I wanted to find out which school to go to, these are the few schools that I went through each and every one of them, their websites, and I did a pros and cons list, because I wanted to know, you know, I'm going to spend so much money during these classes. I want to make sure I get my money's worth, right? So in the end, I actually settled for Cosmoprof because I felt like they had more modules, and because Cosmoprof is more well known in Singapore than all the other schools, right? So I eventually signed up with Cosmoprof. I'd say it was pretty basic. Like when the whole diploma was over, I felt like I didn't really learn much. I learned a lot with regards to foundation application, contouring, highlighting, which are the basics, which are super important. But I felt in terms of like, you know, the kind of eyeshadow looks that I do today, I didn't really learn that back then. It was very basic. So in a way, it was good because I learned the basics, and then I got to experiment on my own after that. So I know I could be more creative in my own sense. So Cosmoprof was about, I believe, okay, this is one was in 2005 or 6 when I first started off at Cosmoprof. I paid about 3,600 for the diploma course. I don't know whether it's the same price today, whether it's less or whether it's more expensive, I don't know. And basically it comes with a whole train case of goodies, and you get like, you know, makeup stuff and stuff like that. So onto the other schools, I haven't really found out much details about other school. I have a couple of friends who did attend Makeup Forever Academy, and they weren't exactly too happy with it. So I don't have much details. Actually I do, but I just don't want to go into much details here. But Makeup Forever has got some pretty cool products. Okay, Top Tuto is the one at Far East Plaza. I'm not too sure about their modules, but I know the School of Makeup has got some really great modules. I think if you ask me which are the top two, I would say Cosmoprof and the School of Makeup. I've never been to School of Makeup, but judging by some of their past students' portfolios that I've seen online, and just by looking at their website, the modules and everything, I would say those two are basically on par. Those are your top two choices if you ask me for beauty academies here in Singapore. Okay, so how did I get started doing makeup and stuff like that? So once I graduated, when you graduate, you can obviously freelance on your own, or you can go on to, like, you know, a makeup counter like Bobbi Brown or MAC, stuff like that. The thing is, I did not want to do that because, well, I don't have anything against people working there, of course. It's just that I felt like what I learned was to be a makeup artist. And when you work at places like MAC and Bobbi Brown and Shiseido, whatever counter, you're sure, yeah, sure, you do makeup for people, but most of the time you're there for sales. I really wanted to go full on into makeup, so I didn't want to do any of the counters. So I just started off slowly, like putting myself out there, passing around name cards. I opened a blog also. It's super old. I think it's still there somewhere, but it's super old and outdated. And basically I just put up photos of my work. It's really important, especially these days with social media. It's super important that everything is available online and everybody goes online. Even high-end brands, even like makeup brands, electronics, everything has a Facebook page or a Twitter page these days because they know that the masses are all available online. So a good way to start would be to either have a blog or have a Facebook page, or, you know, one thing or the other, just so you can showcase your work, so people can see your work. Okay, it's really important to get a portfolio done. When you want to do a portfolio, it's really important for portfolio wise. How I started off was I did a lot of jobs for free or for a very minimal wage. Even if it's like a photo shoot for a magazine or photo shoot for some publication, some event, or if they need makeup for just anything that you think would really help you get your name out there, I would suggest trying to go with try to stick within their budget, because then it really helps you. Number one, portfolio. Number two, experience. Number three, it really helps you get your name out there. Also people ask me questions like, I know, how did I start getting sponsored products and stuff like that. Apart from my YouTube videos and my Facebook page of my photos or my work, and I also blog quite a bit. I've been blogging for almost maybe 10 years plus now. I started off when I was really young, and then when I started off doing makeup, I started off blogging, concentrating mainly on beauty products, you know, beauty, makeup, cosmetics, skincare, hair care, stuff like that. So eventually, I guess when I got my name out there, my blog also got its name out there, so that's good. And then I was contacted by several companies to do product reviews. So I think the super important thing about being a beauty blogger, or any blogger for that fact, is you want to be honest to your readers, because, or your viewers. Like for me, if a company gives me a product and they tell me to blog about it, you know, I would say no, because I don't want to be pressurized into doing something that I'm not comfortable with. So if a company comes up to me and say, oh, we're sending you this product, we want you to blog by next week, and no, it's simple for me, because it's not always about getting free stuff. Freebies are fun, yeah, but that's not the only thing that's important. Don't forget that at the end of the day, your blog has reached its capacity because of your readers, and your readers come to your blog because they love your reading style, because they love the way you write, or because they know that you're being honest. So if you're gonna lie to your readers and say, oh, this product is fantastic, get it, and then they try and then they feel like, what rubbish is this, so you don't want to be lying to the people who have supported you throughout. So if I've been sent a product and they tell me like, oh, blog about it whenever you feel like it, I'll try the product first. If I like it, I blog about it. If I don't like it, I'll blog about it still, and I'll just say what I don't like about it. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, if the company decides that, oh, she's giving us a negative feedback, we don't want to supply her products anymore, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, you still have your readers, and that's the most important bit, right? Staying honest to your readers and to your viewers. Same thing when it comes to photos. You want to be honest to your fans, to your readers, to your viewers, okay? It's very important. A lot of people, I've had many people stealing my photos or other people's photos and putting it as their own, and it's really frustrating because we work so hard to get our work out there, and then people just come and take the photo and rip them off and say, oh, this is my work, right? So you want to be honest. Post only photos that are your own work, especially if you're a makeup artist. There's no point posting a photo of something that you can't recreate, because if your client comes to you and says, oh, I want this look, and then you can't recreate it, then you're in deep trouble. So be honest to your viewers, to your fans, to your readers, because they're the ones who are going to be supporting you throughout, like how my viewers, my fans, my readers have been supporting me throughout, and it's because of them that I am where I am today. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And for those of you who have been emailing me and sending me messages on YouTube and Facebook and my email asking me questions about how to become a makeup artist and stuff like that, I really hope that you guys pursue your dreams and don't give up, because I never gave up. It's definitely going to be a bumpy ride with difficult customers and the stuff, but if you're really passionate about what you do, then I think all these other minor imperfections and all these other bumps on the road will not really matter. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.